Can I just follow up? For those of us that have 401ks or 403b accounts, you can't trade. You're limited to the investment choices that are provided by the plan administrator. What advice would you give to the 401k?
You're screwed. No, there's some general things you can do, actually. There were some hints. I mean, there were some broad hints. For instance, when the yield curve inverted in 2006, one could have said, good Lord, a recession's coming. Duh. The mainstream media, well, one wasn't coming. But, you would have got out of the market a year early. But you know what? You would have missed the entire downturn. So if you would have just got out when the yield curve inverted and just stayed out until it's, recently it started soaring up, you would have missed this entire decline by doing nothing more than getting out of the market when the yield curve inverted. So even if you were in these funds, as long as they've got T-bills or a money market fund or a stable value fund or something else, the signals were all there to get the hell out, and literally no one took that signal to heart. It was right there.
Hey, let me just interrupt you. Jay does a very good job of that on where to put 401 retirement money. Jay, tell them a little bit how you structure your funds and your money.
Well, I don't really have a fund. I just have a model portfolio. So I think it's, I want to be in the major trends. So if you believe you're in a secular bull market for gold, I want to be there. And I'm not a trader. I'm not going to get in and out. I'm just not built that way. I try to look at companies and understand the fundamentals for owning them, and then own them and I want to be long gold if it's in a secular bull market. I want to be out of the stock market or short the stock market if it's in a secular bear market. That's why I won't trade the stock market now. Try to catch a few points going up. But so I'm bearish on the equity market in general. So we own the prudent bear fund, or if you can find some sort of a way to short the market, is what.
Clyde's got an idea of that.
But that's not a 401. I mean, most of these company 401ks, unfortunately, are situated where you're buying the S&P index or the Nasdaq index or some portfolio of bonds that is highly concentrated in junk bonds. The only real thing you can do is just get the hell out. As long as they have. And sadly, I'm hearing stories where companies don't even have a money market fund or a stable value fund or something. I mean, in those cases, you're truly screwed. But otherwise, I think if you just follow the yield curve, there was an enormous warning signal that went on for a year. There was a year's worth of warning here for people to get out of their 401ks and go to a stable one value. And I don't know anyone that did it. I don't know anyone that got out.
I don't like it, but they did.
Is looking to get a core accumulation of bullion in 1-ounce coin, 2 grand, Maple Leaf, U.S. Eagles. And for the last year plus, we've been at all-time record highs of premiums above spot price, the disconnect between real gold versus the so-called spot price, paper gold type of thing. Do you guys have any suggestions how to accumulate or build up your core value, long-term value of tangible bullion 1-ounce coins?
Sure, don't. To me, it's not worth paying the premium. I think there's a lot to be said. By the way, I have a relationship with gold money, so I need to point that out. That I benefit if people open up an account with gold money through links on my blog. But with that disclaimer out of the way, I don't see any reason to pay that premium. Plus, I think there's a lot to be said for having an account outside of the U.S. in case, heaven forbid, something happens here, or you happen to have to leave for some reason, that there's reason to have an account outside of the U.S. in gold somewhere, and be it gold money or You know, and I guess maybe there's some other ways you can do that, but that's the one that I like. And I don't see any reason to be paying premium over spot prices that we're seeing now. It's not worth it. I don't see, other than, having a few, coins, just to show and look at. I mean, they're nice, shiny, pretty. There's, reasons that, maybe you want to have those, but I wouldn't advise having a portfolio in them. They're not liquid. Gold money is liquid. So, I mean, that's my preference. Jay, you got anything?
Yeah, I like the gold money as well, and I also, with the same disclaimer, have a little link to Turk's website and maybe a few shekels here and there. But my wife is Portuguese, so what we do in the summertime, we have a gold money. In fact, we took a big percentage of the proceeds, net proceeds of the sale of our house a number of years ago and put it into gold. Thankfully, got some of it back because gold's performed well. But we can take, with her laptop in Portugal when we go this summer and take $1,000 or $2,000 out to help pay our costs. It's just very convenient. You can exchange it to 5 different major currencies, as you need to, and it's a very reasonable, I think, cost efficient way to store it, and the premiums are very small in terms of. So it's,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A minute ago, you said something to the effect that gold coins aren't liquid. I could understand if that would be pertinent to someone in Montana with a 100-mile drive, but in this metro area here, we've got to have a dozen coin shops that handle that stuff. That's
I would
But you're
say,
paying the premium on that spot. I mean, is it worth it? Do you want to do that? And why? If you're holding it for an investment purposes, then you've taken the attitude that you're going to buy this and hold that, for some point in time. And with gold money, you can actually sell. You can sell at the bid when you get out. You're paying a little bit of premium when you get in, but you can actually sell at the bid. That's quite amazing. You can't sell. You can't do that with gold coins. You're going to pay that whatever percentage that is. Why? What's the point?
Well, I'll tell you why. If you're someone like me who thinks gold is your insurance policy, I follow the philosophy of John Nadler. And John Nadler, the gold bugs hate John Nadler. Gold bugs hate me. I'm not a gold bug. I've been hearing Jim Dines. I first heard Jim Dines in 1981 say gold was going to $1,000 or $2,000 or $4,000. Well, last year it finally made it to $1,000 for 3 friggin' days. Okay? So I own gold. I own physical gold. Gold money is a good alternative. But physical gold is your insurance policy. Physical gold will always be
Gold money is physical gold, period.
Yeah, but you don't own it. You don't
own it?
No, I said that wrong. You own it, but you don't have physical possession.
But you can get it anytime. You can order it.
Yeah, unless the U.S. government says you can't own gold anymore. If you want to own physical gold like I do, there are ways to do it and to avoid big markups. Number one, I never buy coins. I only buy bars because bars have a lower markup than any coin on the planet. The other thing is, if you want, right now you can go to Colorado Gold and you can buy a kilo of gold for $7 per ounce over spot. Now that's not bad.
No, I agree with you.
And so there are ways,
not coins.
Right, there are ways to own physical gold without paying big markups right now. I would also encourage everybody to own some silver, because Clive says, yeah, you're not going to shave off a piece of your Krugerrand to go buy a loaf of bread, but you might be able to take a bag of junk silver. Junk silver is a wonderful thing, because you can take that mercury dime and you can go and buy a loaf of bread with it.
Don't go by what Clyde says. I will tell you, though, that James Dines, when he goes to conferences for all you gentlemen, he always hires 2 or 3 really great-looking models to hand out his brochures. So you do want to stop by.
He's been here before.